Yeah, this is for legal counsel, Matt Cook, anybody that has an opinion. The 99 plant rule on the federal level, how to negotiate that within a 30,000 square foot warehouse.
I've got a few thoughts about that one, and I would be very interested in hearing Mr. Cook's thoughts, because he mentioned a few moments ago involving the DEA in this work group, and I really hope the DEA will accept that invitation, because the DEA works for the federal government, but ultimately, the federal government this is our country, and we voted this in. We're Coloradans. We voted it in. Amendment 20, medical marijuana is legal here, and the federal government serves us too. We pay their salaries, by the way. My advice to people on the 99 plant limit is that the federal government has advised us in writing that they are not interested in attacking or involving federal resources in people that are in compliance with state law. All right? You can be fully in compliance with state law today and have far greater than 99 plants. After this bill kicks in and the regulatory process is fully initiated, you can still be in full compliance with state law, either statutory or constitutional, and have far more than 99 plants. So, that is the defense that I would use if I were in federal court with somebody being prosecuted. And of course, every single one of you in this room wants to avoid federal court. And that's why you're here. You don't want to be prosecuted. You want to just do this legally. You want to follow all the laws. And to that, I've got to say, we need to pressure these federals into giving us a little bit more written guidance. There was one point in time during the dark days of the Chris Barkowitz episode where, the gentleman goes on 9 News and kind of discusses what he's doing. The feds pop into his house that day, and then the next day on Saturday morning, I wake up, read my Denver Post, and I see the federal government saying, the day is coming when we're going to come into every dispensary and arrest everybody because they're in blatant violation of federal law. This is a direct quote from the chief DEA agent in Colorado. And of course, that causes widespread panic among the people that, I work with. And so we followed up very quickly that morning, filed a written complaint with the United States Department of Justice, Office of Internal Affairs, or their equivalent rather. And luckily, the chief DEA agent steps back from that, I think, very irresponsible statement. So that was a good thing, but, folks, the federal government is still out there, and, they still have these attitudes. And one of the complaints we have with these bills is that the state is essentially, by opening this process and making it transparent and, requiring you to register, and every single transaction is filmed and documented and all that. We don't have a problem with that philosophically necessarily because we don't have much to hide. The problem is, though, we may be teeing ourselves up and serving ourselves up on a silver platter to the feds. And until we get more guidance from them, I certainly can't speak for the DEA. I'm opposite them on nearly every issue, but they're out there. And I just, there is no good answer to your question. It's an excellent question. And a lot of these people in this room, most of these people in this room, are serious business people who just want to follow the law. And that's why we're here. You just want to follow the law and sell marijuana legally to suffering people as the law allows you to do. But the feds are out there, and I hope they participate in this. And if there's anything I can do to get them to participate, Mr. Cook, I will do that. I'm not sure they listen to me, unfortunately, but if there's anything at all I can do to get them involved, I'm happy to try to do it because, they need to get with this program. There are suffering people out there. The federal government has better things to do. The United States government is engaged in a global war on terror. The last thing they need to do is care about a plan that helps suffering people. That should be number 1,000 on their list of priorities. Just for the record, this is the third time in about 10 minutes ago that I agree on something, and that's a good thing. I agree that's a good thing. I have already reached out to the DEA. I have made a few phone calls. Unfortunately, when I was in the Western Slope, their general counsel returned a call to me, and I need to know where they stand on this issue. Not just the 99 plan issue, but I need to know where they stand on the totality of 1284. And it's one of my challenges, it's one of my commitments, and I can be a little overzealous at times too, when I need to get an answer, and I'm not afraid to do that. But it's critical that we know the answer to those questions before we move forward, from my standpoint. So I will continue to keep you posted as to where that issue goes.